It's time for Inside LCC, an inside look at Lansing Community College's academic programs. I'm Cassie Little, and we've got you covered with programs that nourish creativity and exploration, cultivate your purpose, and guide you to your career. Listen as we explore some of the opportunities at LCC and learn from conversations with faculty members, staff, and students. Hello, thank you for joining us today. I'm excited for today's program because it is a little bit different than what we are typically covering, but I am here today with Teresa Price. Teresa, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good morning, Cassie. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
My name is Teresa Price, and I am the Youth Program Coordinator here at Lansing Community College. Some people don't know that we have a youth program here. Some people inside of LCC, people in the community may not know. So I'm hoping that we'll get some good information today. I've been here for I'm going into my 9th year.
Nice.
I love my job. Thank you. I do. I love my job. How many people can say that? And we basically deal with offering classes to students from 2nd to 12th grade.
Great. Yeah, I'm excited to have you to talk about youth programs because, like you said, not a lot of people know we have it. And as I was looking a little bit into the website at some of the classes, they looked pretty interesting. So I'm excited to get into that. So can you give us like an elevator pitch, kind of an overview of what youth programs are at LCC?
Sure. I do tend to talk long. I'll try to keep it as short as possible because I love our program and there's just so much to know about it.
Yeah.
We recently had an overhaul thanks to the LCC marketing department on our website, and I just love it. So if you go to our website, lcc.edu/seriousfun, that's our website because we do have serious fun. And there are several tabs on our website. One is for summer camps. You can click on that, and then you can click on the age of your child, and all of the classes for your student, your particular age student, will pop up for you. We also have online-only classes. Again, a lot of people don't know about that.
Wow,
so if you're into YouTube videos, podcasting, Minecraft, Roblox, those are very popular gaming programs for students. And we have programming classes online only for students as well.
Awesome. So online classes, in-person classes.
One of the things that makes us unique, I think, in the community is that our classes are taught by LCC College instructors, and they have a degree in the field in which that they're teaching. So you get a little more depth and breadth of knowledge, I believe, in taking our classes.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get into this more, but I just think it's such a great way to spend some time over the summer, a fun, like you said, something fun, also learning a skill. But I could see it also as a way for a student who might be interested in majoring in something in the future to be able to do a little bit of discovery in that.
It is a great way to do that. So we offer little tidbits of information. And by tidbits, I mean they're 12-hour classes. So during the summer, they're 1 week long. Basically, you come for a week, you take either a morning or an afternoon class, or you can take both, and you learn a lot of information about that particular subject. And you can decide whether that's something that you want to explore further, or, you know what, that's not what I thought it was going to be, and that's not what I want to look into. Let me go somewhere else. So we do have a lot of STEAM related classes, and STEAM stands for, maybe you've heard of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and if you add the arts in there, then it becomes STEAM. So we offer STEAM classes. So some of our arts classes that we offer, imagination art for the youngest 2nd and 3rd graders. We have explore painting mediums for the 4th and 5th graders. We have a puppetry class that is brand new, taught by a person who has a degree as a puppet master.
Wow.
And just so fun. And I got to purchase the puppets for the class, and I've named them, and they're just my friends. I want to take that class myself.
Yeah, me too, actually.
But we also have science classes, technology. Some of our most important or most popular classes, I should say, not most important, but most popular classes used to be the Battling Robots class. So for 4th and 5th graders and 6th to 8th graders, you can take Battling Robots, which uses Lego robotics equipment. But not to forget the youngest kids, the second and third graders, their popular class is beginning robotics, and they use a Sphero robot that's a little bit easier to program. But this year, I think the classes that have become a little bit more popular, they're going over the top here, is our music video production.
Oh, yeah.
Our digital filmmaking classes, and we do have a photography class, all again taught by a professional cinematographer.
Wow, that's great. So I think, having that expertise that students can ask questions and learn from someone, and if they are interested in moving forward, that's a great person to go to with questions about the career and, future classes, I'm sure.
And I'll tell you, there's nothing more delightful for teachers and myself watching the program, seeing kids in the class, and it just sparks their creativity. It sparks their desire to learn more, and that's just what it's all about.
That is. So we did talk about some of the classes and specific programs you mentioned, but are there any others that you want to talk about, or maybe talk about what a student can expect or what their experience would be like in some of those?
Sure, that's a great idea. So we offer this year 25 different classes. Typically, we offer 50 every summer, 50 different classes that are in-person classes. We're still trying to get our feet underneath us since COVID, post-COVID. But we have about 300 students already enrolled. We expect about 350, 400 before summer begins in a few weeks before our classes begin. But basically each week, on Monday, we have a different set of classes that start. We have morning classes from 9 to noon, afternoon classes from 1 to 4. We also offer free before care, so parents that need to get to work on time can drop off their kids early. We'll take care of them. We put them into a room with games and movies. We supervise them. We get them to their classroom. Kids can stay during lunch if they want. Now, they do have to bring their own lunch. We do not provide food service, and we're very concerned about any allergies, so kids bring their own lunch. And then maybe they stay for an afternoon class as well. And again, the class is from 1 to 4, so some students hang out with us from 4 to 5 until their parents are able to come get us. Again, the before care, the lunch care, and the after care are all free of charge. You don't even sign up, you just show up, which I like to
really
think
great.
Can be really helpful,
that can be,
especially for those that have schedule issues. But the kids will arrive in the class. The teacher will explain what's going on. We have a syllabus for every class. Again, with the younger kids, the teachers will talk through that with them. Here's what we're planning to do this week. And then they break it down step by step. Here's what we're going to start with.
So you said, I think, 12 hours total.
12 hours.
So is that for every class, or does it vary a
so
little bit?
Most of our classes, I would say 95% of our classes are exactly 12 hours. We have after school classes at some of the local schools. Those are also 12-hour classes. They're just divided differently. So for example, kids have been going to school all day. We don't hold 3-hour classes. That's just too much. But we do hold 2-hour classes 6 weeks in a row. For them after school. Our summer program is Monday through Thursday for 3 hours each. Now, one of our classes, musical theater production, is actually being held at main campus in the music department because they have a piano and we don't. And that is for 7th grade and above. That one still has seats available. That one is 5 days and 15 hours for the class. So there is a little wiggle room.
Yeah.
But most of our classes for the summer are held at our East Campus location, which is off Hagedorn across from MSU.
Yeah.
And we find that if we start on time and end on time, then parents can have multiple kids in our classes and follow the same schedule. So for the summer
that's helpful.
at East, we keep kind of a rigid schedule for our classes.
Awesome. So I looked on the website and I was just kind of browsing, of course, wishing I could take a lot of these classes,
Me
but
too.
I'm outside of the age range.
Yeah.
But some of the ones that I saw listed are superhero comics, Build a Bot, the musical theater camp that you mentioned, photography, wetland explorers. So a lot of really interesting variety of classes.
Certainly, we're hoping that there will be a class that everyone is interested in, because we do have such a variety. Again, variety of ages and variety of topics. So Carol McGrath has been with our program, I think 20 years. Don't yell at me, Carol, if I got that wrong. But I think she's going into her 21st year with us. So she's been here much longer than I have. And she has kind of a following. She teaches a lot of science-related classes. She used to be a chemist. Well, she is a chemist. She used to work in that full time, but she also owns a wildlife center, Nature Discovery.
Wow.
And she comes and brings animals with her. So like the wetland, or she has Michigan reptiles and amphibians. So once kids take her classes, they enjoy her style, they enjoy what she has to teach, and they tend to follow her and take a lot of her classes, which is really nice. She also teaches the Build-A-Bot class.
Oh, wow.
So the Build-A-Bot class is people bring in old electronics. They break them apart. She shows them how to make electricity, how to take pieces apart, put that together into a robot that they then actually get to take home. Now, keep in mind, when they come in, they're going to build a robot that can walk on the ceiling and talk and do all of this. And when they leave, it's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But they're very proud of their accomplishments. And quite honestly, they make so many great products that are well over my head. So
Yes.
I'm always impressed with what I see.
That's really great. And I think, like you said, following the instructor, that students, especially if they start in this at a young age, they can take a lot of different classes, and maybe with the same or different instructors over the years.
And every year we try to offer some new classes, but then we offer some of our basic, very popular classes. Our beginning robotics classes, where they use Firo robots, we offer that at least twice during the summer because it's so popular. Not everyone can get in if we just have one class. Now, having said that, a lot of our classes are full already, but there are classes that still have openings, so check out the website. But I know our puppetry class, that is brand new this year. New classes sometimes take a couple years to get a foothold.
Yeah, it takes some time to catch on.
And we have another new class called Move Your Feet to the Dancing Beat, who is taught by a professional dance instructor. That has a few slots, a few seats open this year as well. So we still have seats open, not all classes, and you can ask to be put on a waiting list. If there is a class that you are interested in, you find out that it's full, just leave a message. We can put you on the waiting list and call if somebody should drop or swap out of that class.
Sounds good. Yeah, and we'll mention the website at the end of the episode because, of course, that's always a great place to check out more information and the most updated information. So I was wondering, do you personally ever get to talk to the students or observe the classrooms or hear anything?
I do. And
Okay.
again, part of my favorite part of the job is having the kids in the building for the summer. So if you can imagine 50, 100 kids in the building, they just bring an energy and
Yes.
excitement. And one of the things that I've done since day one from previous youth jobs that I've had, youth supervision jobs, is I go into the classroom because I need to know what that class is teaching so that I can better promote it to others. Also, there are parents who have particular ideas or students with particular needs, and they want to know what class might suit their child very well. Some kids like structured classes. Other kids may like classes that give them more freedom and creativity. So by going into the classroom, I get a better picture of what that particular, the style that teacher uses to teach, but also the content of the material of the class. So every time I walk into a class, I learn something. I'm excited. It's just a joy.
That's great. Do you have any crazy stories or anything exciting or interesting that you've ever seen?
Well, I can tell you, again, this has to do with Carol McGrath's class. So one of her classes was Science with Experiments, and this was either second or third or fourth to fifth graders. I don't remember which, but she's doing the periodic table and doing calculations on the board, and I'm like, wait, I kind of remember this from high school, but I don't.
Yep.
And so I'm relearning things that she is teaching the younger kids. And I can tell you with her wildlife class, and I do love her wildlife class. I'm not afraid of those creatures.
Oh, yeah.
But she feeds them. The kids feed them.
Wow.
And that part I found was probably not something
Not
that
your
I
thing.
would, it was not my thing. So
Yeah, I can imagine I would probably relearn a lot of things in those classes too.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I know we talked a little bit in general about, we kind of peppered in some information about how to sign up, what does it cost, are there scholarships, things like that, what the timeframes are. So maybe we can just recap that all in one spot for the listeners.
And again, it's probably good to go to our website where it does list
Yes.
it out, www.lcc.edu/seriousfun. And on there, again, we have every week during the summer, we have classes, 25 in-person classes. Each week, a different set of classes. You either take a morning class or an afternoon class, Monday through Thursday. There are some exceptions, so be sure to read the details. But we also offer, I think, 72 or 80 online-only classes. And those classes tend to focus on a lot of the programming, Minecraft, Roblox, YouTube videos, those kinds of topics.
Sounds good. And there is a cost to sign up, so those will vary based on the class.
Well, actually, our classes all cost the same.
Oh,
so
all
whether
right.
you're taking an online class, now the online classes are 15 hours. So even though they're online, they're not in person, you get an extra 3 hours for the same price. So the price is either $159 or $169, depending on when you sign up. So if you sign up early, you get a little bit of an early bird discount.
Awesome. Okay, well, that's incentive.
Yeah. And so we do keep our classes at about $159, $169. Now, having said that, if you are an LCC employee, if you do have tuition benefits, check into that through your HR office, and you will get a significant discount signing kids up.
Great.
And again, having spoken about costs, I do want to make sure that we mention scholarships.
Okay, yes.
So we have given out about $4,500 in scholarships this summer already. Yay,
Yes.
I know. What a joy. What a joy to give
Right,
away
that's a
money
great
to
part.
to a student who's going to benefit greatly. So in general, if you qualify for free or reduced lunches at school, you likely qualify for a scholarship from us. Having said that, we gave about 28, I think, scholarships away, seats in classes away already before the end of March. I would encourage anybody that might be interested for future classes that go ahead and sign up for the scholarship anyway now, even though we don't currently have any funds left, because when funds do become available either later this year or next year, we will know to reach out to you that you were interested and make sure that you get that information.
Sounds good.
And the LCC Foundation is very kind and generous. They collect donations from the community for this great cause.
Yeah. So when do new classes, or when does the schedule get posted each year? Or if someone did want to look into scholarships, is it, early spring?
Last year was, I have to say, a really rough year. Again, post-COVID,
Yeah.
we had the Great Resignation, so a lot of staff moved to other full-time positions from part-time positions that we offered. Last year was a rough year, and the schedule didn't get up till pretty late, and the scholarships weren't given out until April, May. This year, with the help of the LCC marketing, our new website, a lot more supports, people settled into their positions, we were able to get the schedule up at the end of February.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I would encourage everyone who is interested in the future years to start January or February inquiring, and that way you won't be late to the table.
And I know we are recording this in the spring, summertime, but I know these make great Christmas or holiday gifts.
Christmas or holiday gifts.
Something you can think about, even if the classes aren't posted yet, writing out a little gift card to give to the child in your life, it makes a great gift. So I think we covered a lot. Teresa, is there anything else you can think of that you want to share? Anything we didn't touch on?
We did cover a lot. Maybe just to mention that if you'd like information to be sent to you, if you go to our website, there is a spot called Join Our Mailing List. It actually is an email list. So if you sign up on there, we will capture your email. And then when we have newsletters or information to share with you, we can send that out as well. We are also trying to get our Facebook back up and going. We had a change in administration, so we're trying to get that back up and going as well.
Yeah, so the email list might be the best way to go. We won't overrun your email box, but that's a great way if you forget throughout the rest of the year about the program to be able to stay up to date with news on the youth programs. So, Teresa, the last thing I want to ask you is our Inside LCC question, which is, what excites you most about your field or your job?
It is the fact that I get to see and experience the kids learning and the excitement and the joy that they have when they learn new things. That's a big part of it. The energy is just wonderful. Also, the talented instructors that I work with. I mean, they are the ones that teach the classes, that bring the topics to the students. Super knowledgeable. I'm just so impressed with their talents and their knowledge.
That's great. Well, I would love to sneak into some of these classes, so I will ask everyone else to sign up for them. It's a great opportunity. I would love to hear about it so I can live vicariously through you. Again, we have Teresa Price with youth programs at LCC. That website is lcc.edu/seriousfun to learn more about everything we talked about today. Teresa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Cassie.
This has been Inside LCC. I'm Cassie Little, and if there's a specific degree and program you want to hear more about, let us know by contacting us at lccconnect.org. Thanks for taking a listen. Inside LCC.